Win, pay the bills, baby. You're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Garbage, bro. Garbage bad coordinate, huh? I'll be that coordinate, man. That shit garbage, bro. You know, it's you one shot, bro. It's Spain the bull, bro.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Special thanks to Skylar Cole for that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Indiana Pacers as they go up against the Chicago Bulls here at their home, United Center. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at the Bulls, they are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in. And of course the Pacers, they're currently in second.
When I look at Chicago, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Emhart, the one of the two. Obi Toppin out there with Mo Wagner, and it's Mathurin in at the 3. And for Chicago, Buzella's out there with Smith. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu, then it's MP, and it's White in at the 2. Both teams playing well lately, Graham. Something's got to give here.
Yeah, this is a great test of momentum. Whoever controls the pace probably controls the outcome.
And it's the Pacers to start out. Halliburton against MP. Halliburton, and he drains the quick shot.
Boy, always ready to play up-tempo basketball. Tyrese Halliburton stops on the pull-up. That is nice.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you like to get your shots from.
Here's Halliburton. Chicago with a rebound. This is a team that simply refuses to lose. They've won 29 games in a row and want to keep this incredible streak going.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
Halliburton misses. Chicago with the ball. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Here's Halliburton following the bucket by the Bulls. The 3 ball. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
So it's the Pacers now. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Wagner. The shot, no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Back to MP. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
5 straight buckets to start the game. Off to a hot start.
Toppin outside. Wagner left side. And Jalen Smith gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Neesmith's checked in. Nembhard outside. Pass to Halliburton. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The Bulls have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Williams passes to Hernandez. Dosunmu left side to the middle. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
Guys, I don't see how you can't be excited about the future for MP. This guy's got a great head on his shoulders. His first focus is winning, and you don't see that often from a young man this age.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He came away with 34 points and just played hard, notching a double-double. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Pacers trail by 6. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Mathurin. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Now Dosunmu, down low. MP again. MP's got 14 points for the game.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
3-pointer, Halliburton. Rebound by the Bulls. Smith's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Well, this is why you run your offense through MP. That's just a nice setup for his teammate.
Outside Neesmith. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Halliburton, no good.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Williams passes to Hernandez. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 8. They defeated Utah in their last game.
The rebounding numbers really paint the picture.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Halliburton for 3. And he can't get that one. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Chicago ahead. They're up by 10. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning, team's making some changes here. We've got Kobe White. MP is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Jalen Smith. And it's Grant in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Outside White. Back to MP. To the paint. Grant's shot is off.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies. You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Halliburton. He had 25 points in the win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Hernandez is good. Nick.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Pacers trail by 16. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Jackson finds Halliburton. Smith with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And MP throws it down.
Well, MP not going to waste a transition opportunity.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Shannon. Jackson the screen to the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who set his all-star point guard. His knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Here's Hernandez, and the layup falls. Hernandez got 24 points.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
Halliburton on the attack. Smith with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And Grant gets it to go.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Halliburton for 3. Again, Halliburton missing. Takes it inside. And the basket by MP.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Chicago ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they've certainly earned that top spot. If they aren't the clear title favorites, they're on the short list.
Yeah, they got championship DNA, RNA, amino acids, you name it. Professor Shaq knows all about it.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Chicago Bulls.
How about the points in the paint? Clearly, they made it a priority coming in, and it's paying dividends, Ernie.
Yeah, I remember those days pounded inside, break your opponent's spirit.
Easy now. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Brett, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. Nimhard and Matherin, they're the wings. Mo Wagner is out there with Toppin, and it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And yet, it's good. Halliburton's got 15 points.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Halliburton with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Here's Matherin. Chicago with a rebound.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Inside, here's Buzelis. Soft touch off the glass. Buzelis has got his third bucket of the night.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Toppin outside. Back to Halliburton from outside the arc. Pure from three-point range.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
Back to MP. Pass to Smith. To the inside. It's stolen by Halliburton. In transition. Here come the Pacers. The three. It's hauled in by White. Bulls leading by 20. Back to MP. To the middle. Shot from the low block. Great D that time from Halliburton.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Give him 8.
Well, big men like Toppin need to shoot from range. He's showing he's got tremendous touch.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. We look at the last month's premier teams on the fast break. Number 1, the Bulls.
This team has been playing at a fast pace offensively, and it's worked out for them during this last month.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by 17. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Toppin outside. Back to Halliburton. Wagner with a screen. Fires it. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Dosunmu, the pass to Hernandez. Goes back up. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hernandez got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Halliburton misses.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
And he gets the bucket. MP's got 34 points.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And here's Toppin from the arc. And Indiana misses again. Chicago leading by 23. And here's the fast break. Here's Hernandez. Off target at the rim. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Indiana shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy is...
See my fancy.
The Bulls shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. They've got Williams, Josh Giddey out there with MP. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Terry in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Pass to Shannon. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
Hernandez is good. I'm in.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Norris.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Reed, he's checked in for Chicago. Down low. Here's Hernandez. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. MP's got 40 points.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Pass to Shannon from deep three-point range. And it's Chicago with a board. In transition. Here's Terry. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Hernandez got 5 assists tonight.
Well, MP might be young, but looking like a veteran with that read and setup.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
And gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. To the paint. Here's Hernandez. Yep, that one's good. MP's got 16 in the second half.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Grant, he's checked in for Reith, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Terry. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Pass to Toppin. Now Matherin. International players coming to the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age. They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Toppin outside. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Grant.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's MP. Off with the layup. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Halliburton. On the wing, Matherin. Let's go with a 3. Chicago with a rebound. The drive by MP. And he makes it. Hernandez got 46.
You see on that drive right there, that's just burst from MP.
Halliburton, the pass to Toppin, to the middle. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, BA, because whenever he's out there, there's this steady presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, BA. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
A minute 22 left in the game. True on the 14-footer.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Bulls.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
And when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they increased their win total to 29.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Good! That's another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Jackson outside. Pass to Nembhard. Chicago grabs the miss.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Inside, here's MP. Yet another bucket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. There's a screen. Norris passes to Nembhard. Can't cash it in from close range. It's stolen. And here's Neesmith. Here's Norris. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. Another day, another win. Good work. Long season. Time to grab that lunch bill and go to work. Get ready to light it up tonight.
All start playing some king word,
Hey, and look at this. Fans are already pumped up, and the energy is visibly escalating outside of this venue. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for C.J. McCollum.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. Then there's Murray, and it's Boston in at the 2. And for Chicago, Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Jalen Smith. Then it's MP, and it's White in at the shooting guard position. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I mean, I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Smith left side. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Pass to Buzelis. A nice shot by MP.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Here's Boston. Williamson, the pass to Jones. Wide open look here for Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. MP with it. All guarded by Murray. Back to MP. 2 points. That one goes.
A great sign for MP in his career. The ability to convert in traffic.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
Now, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Well, the interior defense holding nothing back, but MP goes right at him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
And they're moving it up. And then Smith with the dunk.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Pass to Boston. A shot off that time.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And now the Pelicans on the break. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes play. At the elbow, it's MP. Screen by Smith. Back to MP. And he gets the bucket. MP's got 6 points.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Williams is checked in for the Bulls. And New Orleans also making a change. Trey Murphy's checked in for Jones. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray electric that time, playing above the rim.
Chicago leading by 7. To the paint. Here's MP. Takes it off the glass. He's got 8.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Williamson outside. Back to Murray. Here's the 3. Rebound by Smith.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Shot's good by Hernandez.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Williamson looking it over from downtown. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
Pass to Williams. Inside. Here's MP. Plays it up off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Boston. Murray is screen on White. To the middle. Murray, no good.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
MP dishes to Williams. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Smith. MP's got 14.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And here is Murray. In the loss to the Celtics the other night, definitely was not himself. Floats it up for Williamson. Taken away by Williams. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Bulls out front. They lead by 12. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. Some changes. Smith checked in for Williams.
A lot of green shots.
White comes in for Bruce Ellis. And MP subbed in for Terry. It's White on the wing. Back to MP. Inside, MP gets it.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Jeremy Grant is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's White. And it's MP in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against Indiana was terrific. He finished with 52 points, and he was so productive offensively, he wound up setting a new season high for himself in scoring. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but hard to bet against him. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Here's Williamson following the basket by MP. Pass to Alvarado. 1:31 left to play here in the half. That one goes. Count it. Alvarado's got 7 points for the quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Alvarado following the basket by MP. Pass to McCollum. Launches it. And it's White with the rebound. Giddey with it. Bulls moving the ball around. Wasted no time on that one. White's got his second basket of the game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
36 seconds left in the first half. Grant against Williamson. Chicago grabs the miss. And this is a team making history with every single win. They're coming into this game with 30 consecutive victories. That's right, 30.
Well, I've been super fortunate to be on some teams that have had some great runs, and I know how hard this can be. You can be so talented, you can be so committed, but you also have to have a few things go your way. Right now, everything going their way.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Bulls lead by 16. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and AJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Looking at the Bulls, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny, you can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Chicago Bulls.
I love how they've kept the ball moving. Make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean hot potato because they're burning that deep.
Oh, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Boston in at the 2 spot. And Frank, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Here's Boston after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Murray against MP. Murray kicks to Williamson. His three-pointers off the mark.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Murray the pass to Boston. Murray is screen on White. Back to Murray. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense. So you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
White, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Boston. And Jones has it in the corner. Williamson outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Williamson. Hasn't made one yet. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Smith scanning the floor to the inside. Hernandez, and he banks in the lane. MP's got 28.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Some changes for Chicago. Williams, he's checked in for. Each season, more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
They've got Josh Giddey, MP out there with Terry. Then there's Patrick Williams. And it's Reith in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's McCollum. Following the basket by MP. This one for 3, C.J. McCollum, and that's good.
C.J. just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
Down low, here's Hernandez, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. MP's got 10 points in just the second half. The Pelicans shooting 41% for the game. McCollum outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. If we're going to talk about the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
C.J. is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times, a valuable piece for this team.
And here are the Pelicans now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Kept alive, right wing. Off target from 3-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the paint, releases, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Alvarado, and the Pelicans miss again.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now Alvarado. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Williamson kicks to Murray. Williamson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Hernandez passes to Terry. To the inside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. MP, good. Hernandez has got 38 points.
More points for MP, and you just think about the possibilities of this young player moving forward. He is something.
Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Williams. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 8th assist in the game. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. And Murray, here we go. Tries again. Jones, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Back to MP. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. All comes in for Terry.
We should see MP here a lot with how physical he plays the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Yeah, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. To the middle. MP dishes to Williams. Hernandez. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Boston. There's the 3. Good on the triple. Boston's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the open man's out there. You got to feed him, and Murray gets the job done.
Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Now here's Jones. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Murray with it. Defended by Giddey. And it goes down 2 points.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
Chicago with the ball. Back to MP. And the layup's good off the glass. MP's got 46 points.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Pass to Grant. Inside, here's MP, and he uses the glass on the lane. MP's got 48.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. There was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Not even Shaq could dominate a game on offense like that. Great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting.
Control Center. NBA 2K25.
Well, I gotta go, Chad. I'll be back.